trying to get away. Contemplating nothing but escape and finally making it. Oodalali, oodalali, golly, what a day. Oodalali, oodalali, golly, what a day.
There once was a man who fought for good, who helped the poor as he knew he should. He stole from the wealthy to make the poor healthy, and they called him Robin Hood. Robin Hood. Robin Hood. Good evening. You who plod amid serious things, that you feel it a shame to give yourself even a few short moments to mirth and joyousness in the land of fancy. You who think that life not do with innocent laughter that can harm no one, this play is not for you. There are many tales of Robin Hood. I do not know them all. Likely no one does. But I do know this one, and I was a bard of newly employ of Sir Malcolm of Haversham. As a bard, it is my job to sing the songs and tell the tales of legends, of heroes and of villains. And it was my very first day.
Why are we stopping? Sorry, my lord, but 'tis be along in the way. You might be here for a bit. I'm trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible. Very well, idiot. Sheriff?
Yes, my lord.
You don't suppose that you and your men could assist in moving this log that was obstructing our path?
You see, we'd like to, but we're under very strict orders, mind you, to provide protection only.
Yes, your job is to protect the interests of the rich and wealthy men like me. And right now, my interest is having this log moved so that we can keep moving.
I suppose we could, but I don't want to. So you can see my predicament.
Oh, very well.
Should we just try to move it?
You don't suppose you and I, do you? Move along? Are you deaf? I, the great Malcolm of Haversham, son of old Malcolm of Haversham, and the lords of Haversham do not stoop to such menial work.
May I try then?
No, you are to entertain me while we wait. We all have our role to play in life, Joffrey. The coachman is to do whatever and exactly I say, and be happy about it. The sheriff is to protect the interests of the rich and the powerful, and yours is to entertain me. Now, do your art and play me a song. What's popular these days?
Well, Robin Hood is very popular for odes and ballads and whatnots these days.
Robin Hood? That criminal? He's a disgrace! He's even worse than those wretched deadbeats who don't pay their taxes.
He is very popular with the people, my lord.
The people? The people are idiots! Nincompoops! And yet, I pity them. And I shall help them. And I shall elevate them. And I will once again make Nottingham a great place to live for all. For all who know their place anyways. Write a new song. A song about a true hero. About a big, brave man with just the right amount of social breeding and understanding. With a long, curly hair that is clearly his own and is not a wig. In short, write a song about me.
So, no songs about Robin Hood.
Listen here, peasant. If Robin Hood were here right now, let me tell you what I would do. I would take off my hat and beat him roundly with it. I would pluck out one of his nose hairs. Thusly, I would grab him by the collar of his shirt and say right to his face,
a small donation to a few charities of ours.
Charities? What do you mean charities?
Well, I was thinking we could take your box full of coins, all your personal possessions, etc., etc., and perhaps return some of the things that belong to the people and end up with the wants of men like yourself. And then you could be on your way. Unless, of course, you're the fox my fears, you know. Round.
Oh, here. Take them. Oh, my hair! Someday you'll get coming to you, Robin Hood. Someday, the sheriff of Nottingham.
Oh, hey, that's you.
Shut up!
Someday the sheriff of Nottingham will see you hang by your neck until you were dead.
Who's going to do that? I believe that the sheriff of Toppingham. No, wait, I'm mistaken. The sheriff of Vietnam. No, wait, Vietnam. That's pretty far away. Now, please stop being silly, little John. I believe a little decorum is ordered. Yes, Robin. Sorry. Plus, he clearly said the sheriff of Roddy, you clown.
No, I said Nottingham! Nottingham, you ninnies! No!
So you did. Do you mean this sheriff right here? He doesn't look too dangerous at the moment. Well, Sheriff, Robin of Moxie and his next shot waits from the court. Please do business again. But I must warn you, it's a dangerous place for the agents of evil. I believe our work here is done. Let us be on.
My hair! My jewels! No!
Wait for me! So it came to pass, I joined these merry men. I took my barding trade, joined these merry lads and maids, who from their lair in Sherwood forest would see that the rich would no longer ignore us.
Elizabeth, sir. Want to join?
Your name is Elizabeth.
Actually, just Elizabeth.
So your name is Elizabeth. You used to be a married man?
Bullseye. You see, my name was Elizabeth, but then I had to shorten it because the sheriff of Nottingham started taxing us by how many letters were in our names, and I just couldn't afford that final H. So, Elizabeth, but I like it. Elizabeth, more modern. And I am what you call forward thinking. And it wasn't hard. Just chop that final H right off. And you're like the priest here.
I'm fired up, and I managed to judge me. Robin is a great ally, but he likes back to me. What's worse to do than that?
I'm poor.
That is
Oh. But I'm really poor.
okay. Let's let us run forward for there's this kingdom of God. Anything else?
Also, with the right ingredients, I can make a mean calzone.
Is it calzone or calzone? Because I've heard both.
Calzone. What did you say? Make me a calzone? I like mean.
Okay. Anything else?
Nets.
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 Could you elaborate?
I am a master of nets. Making them, using them, trapping with them.
I'm listening.
Good, so I'm talking. The future of highway robbery is nets. Safer and more efficient. The whole put a log in the road is a nice, quaint way of doing business, but the future is nets. I can ring this whole forest with nets.
That's interesting.
Nets. I'm what you call a forward thinker.
Okay, listen. You can say it.
Yes, yes, thank you.
You can come help me prepare for the great feast celebration.
What are we celebrating?
Hopefully we will be celebrating the successful robbery that turned out will have you.
And what if it's not successful?
Then we'll all likely be hanged by the board. But in any case,
You will regret this. I'm going to bring this game into the 14th century.
are we happy?
Sir Malcolm of Everton was a
rich nobles. Yeah, we're missing all the good stuff.
Soon enough, you can keep training.
But
You aren't ready yet, but we won't be putting you in harm's way until you are. Mudge, how's that quarterstaff work coming? Glad to see you practicing.
Ah!
What is it?
There was a bug on my stick.
A bug on your stick? It's not a stick, it's a staff. It's called a quarterstaff because it's made from hardwood trees split into quarters, unlike a lower quality staff made from a branch.
Ah!
What is it now?
I was just remembering that bug.
the future of highway robbery is next.
Next.
Jane, what's your name?
Elizabeth, sir, just joined.
She's also poor.
Really poor.
Jane, who are you anyway?
I'm Joffrey, sir.
Name's John. No sirs in the forest. Yes, I'm John Little. But most folks around here call me Little John. And I know what you must be thinking.
Sorry?
Why is he called Little John when he is clearly not little?
Well, actually, I just assumed that.
They call me Little John because it's funny. Because I'm actually not little. It's called irony. You understand?
Of course.
So, what were you doing more fancy pants back then?
You see, I am a bard. Sing a song, tell a tale, whatnot. And I'm still rather new at this. Sir Malcolm had an opening after he had his last bard thrown in jail for making an unflattering remark. But I hadn't eaten in days, so I figured any job was better than no job.
Oi, you must be famished.
I can eat, yes.
Much.
What?
Get this lad some food. He hasn't eaten in days. That was Much, the miller's son. Then came Joan. Tell his parent Camp. Said me, of course. And I know you heard of Robin Hood. Much. This is Joffrey and Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
That's a weird name. And what's your name?
Much. Much? Yes, much. It's French. My full name is Much Ado. Well, thanks much. Thanks much. How are you? How am I? I'm terrible. I live in a forest. Oh, is that bad? Bad? It's terrible. I hate dirt. Do you have any idea how dirty a forest is? It's literally dirty. Like the floor, it's not a floor, it's dirt. It's all dirt. And I am allergic to everything. And there are bugs everywhere. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but maybe the forest isn't the place for you. Well, it's slightly better than living in a corrupt town. Nottingham? Terrible. Besides, I'm claustrophobic. What's that mean? It means I don't do enclosed spaces very well. So the forest, well, filthy in general, is the lesser of two evils. Besides, I believe what the Marian stand for, and I hope to be one someday. So wait, you aren't a Marian? Oh, no. Me, the girls, Thomas, this new lady, Elizabeth. We're all princesses. I see. And I guess you are too, now.
Joffrey, Elizabeth, I'd like to make your Thomas the Silent.
The Silent? Why are you called the Silent?
He won't answer the job. The sheriff of Nottingham put his family in prison, took his family's land. He was caught harboring another family hoping to avoid their prison. And when that happened, the sheriff of Nottingham put a warrant out for his arrest. He was sent to prison too. And when that happened, he came to the forest to join our merry band of men and women, as far as that goes.
Yeah, but why is he silent? When Thomas here lost his lands, he made a sacred oath. And else he remained silent till justice was brought back to the kingdom and his family lands were restored.
Gentlemen and ladies, I present to you a great feast celebration made with roasted mutton, peas, carrots, potatoes, and a hint of saffron.
You know what pairs well with food? Entertainment. Now,
They looked upon each other, and they fell in love straight. It was destiny, and to marry they could not pay. So marry they did, and the future looked bright, till a knocking woke them up one night. This knocking was the sheriff! He came looking for a fee. He said, "Give me all your gold if you want to remain free." But no money did they have, so they could not pay. So he threw them in the dungeons, where they still reside today. That's the end of it.
Fine ballad, young Martha. Come to the right spot.
Well, I thought the ballad was going to be fun and romantic, but then it got real and sad. Kind of killed the mood.
The young heart is wise to remind us, even in times of perceived trial, there are still many sick, many poor, and many suffering from the hand of injustice.
Right. Yes, of course. But seriously, do you know any funnier songs?
I may know a few others, although I'm always on the lookout for stories and ballads to tell. I've been wanting to ask since I got here, could you please tell me the story of how Little John came to be the right-hand man of Robin Hood? There are so many rumors out there, but I would love to know the real story.
It was actually a great story. I remember like it was yesterday. I said, I remember like it was yesterday. Listen, Barb, I realize that you're new, but if you're going to work here, you need to do a better job queuing up a flashback.
Stand aside, thou blockest my way. Stand aside, I say, like the better man fast.
Well, as I see no better man, I shall hold my ground. A man cannot have much in this kingdom, but I have this bridge. And no faintly past nobleman such as yourself is going to pass without paying a toll.
Thou with a stout toe, a saucy tooth, stand aside or I'll cut with you.
Oh.
You? I think not. I'll tan your hide till it be the many colors of a beggar's cloak if you make a move for that bow in your hand.
Thou pratest like a giant donkey, and be assured that I can send 4 arrows through thy heart before you get near with that step.
Thou art a coward. Thou standest there with bows and shafts of fire while my plain blackthorn quarterstaff. Yet, I'll hold my ground.
Now, with the faith of my life, I've never had the name of a coward put on me. Tell you what, large man, if thou wilt abide me a while, I shall cut and come to a voice of thought. What says you?
I agree. And, while you're gone, how'd you do that so fast?
Thou shalt never learn my secrets, for thou hast vested me in power.
Well, have at thee then. name is Little. John Little.
You can call me Robert. I think I should call you Little John.
And that's how it happened.
Alright, I think it's about time when you guys have some food. Let's show you guys where you want.
You mean that dirt over there? You say bunk, and I start thinking we have actual beds. Come on, fellows. I'll show you to your dirt.
Was I ever that young?
Now, life in the forest wasn't always a breeze. It was more hard work than the life of these. They trained all the time while I wrote these rhymes. And now, I think we have fleas. Wait! We have fleas now? Oh, perfect. That's just perfect. More humorous takes on my name. How novel.
It's training day. You know what that means.
We train.
It means we train.
Please tell me we are not tunnel training because I just cannot deal with that.
Tunnel training.
You know, digging tunnels, crawling through tunnels. Tunnel training?
I know we ever tunnel train.
Yeah, is that even a thing? No, that's not a thing.
Today we will once again be focused on weapons. Get together and practice standard parries. Remember, always go across your center so don't put it way back into it.
All right, people. Count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, Joan, ever work on your disarms?
Yes, but I can't fight one.
Here, let me show you. You thrust at me, I step away, arm up, and grab the center. See?
Well, that's not fair. You make it look easy.
I do, don't I?
All right, youngsters. Ready for a little sparring time?
I say, old friend, are you? You look a bit rusty, judging from our last encounter with Havertide.
I'm still a little winded from our flashback fight, but have at me.
It seems like you need some schooling yourself, Robin. Much? Take all of this to Friar Tuck.
Oh, dear Lord.
John, since you're feeling winded, perhaps you'd allow me to spar in your stead.
It would be my pleasure to step aside.
Who are you?
I am Marion.
Oh, I know you. You're in a bunch of bard songs. She's Robin's girlfriend.
Now you've done it.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I was just saying
down, holy man. I'm famished.
I can eat.
Come, let us eat, drink, and be merry.
I see what you did there.
Hey, Tuck. Hold up a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm totally excited about working to become a married man. There's just one little thing.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd like to be a married man and all, as far as the job goes and all. But, well, I'm not a man.
Well, married man is for power.
Right, I get that. And, for the men, it works great. But for the ladies, I'm not really sure it's appropriate or respectful.
Well, married man is a tradition.
Tradition? This game's been around for like 3 weeks. Well, as long as it's tradition, by all means, please keep calling me a man. Tuck, it's going to take a lot of work getting this game to the 14th century. You've got a ways to go.
And in the town of Nottingham, there was a secret meeting where some powerful men were hatching a plan to give Robin a fateful greeting.
Is that a new wig? What wig? You know you're not pulling it in, right? Something simply must be done about this, Robin Hood. Sherwood Forest was once a great place to cart treasure around for no apparent reason. But not anymore. Wealth should be displayed and coveted. Nobility needs more slack-jawed serfs, drooling with jealousy over our God-given birthrights.
I hereby call to order this meeting of the Council of Enlightened, Very Important Landowners, or EVIL. Shall we begin by discussing your contribution to Robin Hood and his filthy band of scoffers?
Well, Archbishop of York, you weren't there!
I have heard!
The sheriff failed to protect me!
Excuse me, I was very busy trying to obey very big law.
Well, then eat more fiber. This Robin Hood is really starting to become a problem.
Before Robin Hood peasants knew their place. Now they want to be equal. What is that? We're not equal. Look at me. I'm amazing and strong and smart. And look at you, you're rich. And now they're complaining about sheriff brutality. One dirty son complained I used excessive force in breaking his jaw. Later I used the perfect amount of force. Excessive force would have been breaking his entire head. The poor need to be reminded to respect authority.
Oh, I like kittens.
Here's my sister's kid.
Gentlemen, note this. What you fail to understand is that this Robin Hood has irrevocably changed the game. It is no longer about the pennies of poor collected in the meagerest of taxations, nor the occasional robbery of some foolish fop taking his golden carriage through the woods.
Hey!
Silence! He has branched out to having the lesser nobles and merchants of our society. Sir Richard was going to lose his lands to the church, when Robin Hood loaned him money, interest-free, on the promise that he would help the poor. He has stolen our tax money, and he's given it to food merchants and fishmongers on the promise that they would help feed the poor, whatever that means. These were men dangerous way of thinking and return to our secure way of life. We shall do what we have always done. We shall win.
Choose anyone? No! No! 5 seconds rule! 5 seconds rule!
EVIL is our counsel.
And men of power, tired of sharing their wealth, of paying for the sick to return to good health, spread some lies throughout the town, till criers called out from every place, telling of Robin, the nation's disgrace, not just a robber, but a killer too. And some people said it, as so many believed it. It just must be true.
Well, if you want to make a dent, we don't have much in the way of supplies. You probably don't understand over. Much? I thought I told you to stay out of the way of the supplies.
Oh, there are fewer bugs and pollen and such over here. For some reason.
Oh, you don't have much in the way of supplies. I get it. Wow, little John, your bus jokes are really getting deep.
Should we tell Robin and Dawn? No, it'll just make them mad. Besides, it's not true, so who cares what people say? I guess you're right.
Hey! What are you two talking about? Whispering is rude, you know. Am I right, Thomas?
Never mind the Western son. Run along and play the ragweed.
You know perfectly well that I am tragically over-allergic to ragweed.
What's going on here?
Tragically, they are whispering and having secrets and mocking my allergies. Tell 'em, Thomas.
Okay, gather around, everyone. If you all wish to be merry men someday, you need to learn how to work together.
But
If you were fighting with each other, how do you expect to be effective fighting with each other?
Is anyone else confused by that?
Not as much as much.
What I mean is that we need less bickering and complaining and more teamwork and training.
Fine. Wait, little John. Me and Joe were in town and some trouble rooms before we ran about to the lobby.
You know the sheriff of Nottingham loves to make stuff up about us. You know better to pay it any mind.
yes, but a lot of people are saying these things, and it's bad. Feel bad.
What are people saying?
Well, first, Reginald Butcher said he heard from several people in the church that, well, the Archbishop of York started saying that Robin has started robbing the churches,
The Archbishop of York said that?
according to Reginald Butcher.
Okay, is it all?
No, you know the orphanage that burned down last week?
Yes, we sent food and blankets and all manner of provision into town after that happened.
Well, Arthur the Wheelwright, so that he heard from Thomas the Apothecary, that he heard from Benjamin the Cotton Stitcher, that he heard from Frederick the Leader, that the sheriff said Robin only sent those supplies because he felt guilty. Guilty because they'd been such a merry man and set fire to it in the first place after a night of drinking.
That's terrible! Why would you do that?
I didn't do much. It's a lie.
I can't imagine Frederick the Bleeder telling a lie.
The Then robbing no orphanages nor burnt in churches.
Well, of course, we all know that. But the towns are doing so many different things that it just seems like they don't know what to believe anymore.
That is part of their plan. Once they don't know what to believe, it's so much easier to lie and get away with it.
It seems to me that we are making some very powerful people very nervous. And they're working very hard to discredit us.
Those in power will often say or do anything to keep that power. But don't worry, young ones, the truth will out in you.
Right. Praise be God. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. No. I said eat all those more oysters. Okay. I did some very good work with Fire Bartholomew, who works in the kitchen, and it's being said that there's a bunch of treasure, all from Texas, being sent out of town, and there are mercenaries coming to Sherwood to hunt us down.
And fortune falls on us again. We shall take this treasure and give back to the people that would be hard to fight against us.
I don't know. It feels like a trap.
You know what else feels like a trap? That's It's in the research and development stage.
And this next scene's in the forest. You should hear something. Like what? Like a clicker sound. Like no. Clicker. Oh. And no, I did not do that.
Hello, gents. Nothing like a bit of martial-based exercise that I find most risky and refreshing.
Well, I'm glad someone does.
I prefer drinking and sleeping myself. Look at all of this. You realize how many people this is for?
Feels a bit greasy. Does. Say, you been feel funny?
Funny, haha, or like funny like milk gone bad?
More the latter.
I must seem to be.
Must.
Gentlemen, what's the matter?
Surprise!
Have the treasure cleaned most thoroughly. Sweet belladonna, paralytic to the muscles, renders its victims unable to move, and yet completely aware of what is happening.
Who's aware of this?
Oh yes, entirely, but he can do nothing about it.
Can he feel it? Yes. Sorry.
Take them away. Worry not. It shall wear off in time for your hangings. We want you kicking and soiling yourselves all over for that. Being so still might make you look
run out of luck. Okay, I have a bit of a riddle.
Ooh, I love riddles.
What smells like squirrel snot and tastes like squirrel snot, but isn't squirrel snot?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm beginning to believe that Elizabeth lied to me.
Hey guys, do you want to try some of this apple butter I made?
No.
Thomas, thank God you're here. Please talk about something else.
Thomas, what's wrong? What happened? What did you find out?
Robin. Yes? Robin what?
And Little John?
Yes! Yes!
Score one for Elizabeth. In your face, much the newest son.
Focus, Elizabeth. Talk. Marion. Okay, Thomas, what happened to them?
Does anyone else feel like we should have sent someone who actually talks on this scouting mission?
Shush! What happened then, Thomas?
They found the gold?
And it was sticky or slimy.
It spelled that.
Do they use a vet?
Poison! Was there poison on the gold?
And the poison.
The poison turned them into statues. A poison that turns people into statues? That isn't possible. Is it?
Belladonna. What's that?
Belladonna.
We heard you. What is
Belladonna.
belladonna? It's a rare plant, even more dangerous than ragweed. It can temporarily turn you rigid. It does wear off though, eventually.
Why do you know that?
When you are allergic to as many things as I am, you learn to know your plants.
Then what? Marion.
Kept fighting?
But then she got knocked out. How awful.
The Archbishop of York? And the sheriff? And a very slow monkey?
The deputy.
Oh, come on! That has to be a slow monkey.
And they're going to be hanged?
They're gonna hang the deputy?
So, to be clear, John, Robert, and Tuck captured the gold, but it had something poisonous on it, and this poison,
Belladonna.
and this belladonna, turned them into statues, but Marion wasn't poisoned and kept fighting, and then the sheriff of Nottingham and his men came and knocked her out, and then the archbishop was there, and now they're going to be hanged?
Because that's all women do. Talk, 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 talk. You want to hear about my day? How's my hair? Does this also make me look fat? Don't you give my idiot son a job as deputy? Blah, 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 boring. Ah! What I want to know is, where is your cap?
Untie my hands, and I'll draw you a map.
Okay, I've got some paper here. Something.
No, you nitwit. Robin Hood seems like no gentleman to me. I don't see why you're so loyal to him. I wouldn't let my girlfriend in harm's way. Sword fighting, that is no safe thing for a fine lady like you.
He's not my boyfriend.
Well, 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 good to know.
Don't get your hopes up. You're not my type.
Why? You don't go for strong, powerful, strong types? No? Okay, I'll bite. What's your type?
A man with virtue.
Hmm.
A man who knows that real strength comes from kindness and generosity. A man who views a woman as his equal. And a man who can tie a proper knot.
Wait. Good luck.
No, I don't, my friend. Well, thank the good Lord it's worn off. Find a goat. I don't think the goat would like that very much. Yeah, why isn't Marion with us? I'm sure they're questioning her. Their mistake. Well, is the sheriff of Nut Toe Jam?
Nottingham.
The sheriff of Green Eggs and Ham?
Nottingham.
I have no idea what you just said, but I'm sure that was a good one. Say, Sheriff, that's quite a shiner you got there. You didn't tie Marion's hands very well, did you?
Shut up.
She escaped, didn't she?
Shut up.
And now you're feeling inadequate?
Stop, you're my visitor!
Good morning, gentlemen.
Archbishop, I'm sure you're here to give us a nice long glow, but as you can see, we're not widely in the mood, so if we can just pay our fines and be on our way, we'd much appreciate it.
Most amusing, to be sure. You all three will pay your fines with your next purse taste. You nearly did it, you know. Altered our society. And not your petty robberies or the ephemeral ball of the occasional coin for the poor. No! With something much more dangerous. Hope. You gave the people hope. That they weren't more trapped in their position in the world. That the order and structure so necessary in bringing a society together could be overturned into chaos and elevate the downtrodden.
You were sure right about the long part of the club.
Also, Francis the Boatwright just got a new litter of kittens, and he said I could have one.
Why don't you do that right now? Get a kitten.
Okay.
Is it far?
Oh, yes, quite far.
Good. You could have been a great ally, Robin. You were a man of wealth, and yet you turned your back on equals and joined with beggars and criminals.
Every English soul deserves a little dignity. If you're truly a man of God, you'll do what's right.
I am simply doing the Lord's work and protecting his chosen few. We are wealthy and have power because it is his will. Well said, corpulent Windsor. I bet your sermons are real crowd pleasers. And yet your God has forsaken you. On the morrow you will be food for the worms, and no one will shed a tear
I believe in you. I believe in all of you. In fact, I'm promoting you all to marry men. Rights effective immediately. You can do this.
I'm a married man
Yes.
with full rights
Yes.
and privileges
Yes.
and an actual bed.
Not a chance.
Oh well. Where's the shot? Where's the shot? Okay. Time to head back. Yeah, backwards is not easier. That's okay. I don't care. I own you, Tunnel. Say my name, Tunnel. My name is Lunch, the miller's son.
What do I think? I think we have a plan.
Now it seems there's a plan, but what could it be? You'll just have to watch, and you shan't hear it from me.
People of Nottingham. Before we get to the Archbishop, who is just a wonderful, wonderful person, not at all an evil mastermind,
No.
I would like to thank you all for what is clearly coming to the best attended hanging in history. Ever. Archbishop.
People of Nottingham, I present to you 3 evildoers who shall, before God, pay the final price for their misdeeds. They have been convicted of robbery, assault, and above all these, treason. We are all less safe with them. So, in order to protect us all, we condemn them to hanging.
Not be able to die alone. Obviously, there are 3 of you, but as a unit, singularly, you'll die alone.
Sounds good, except for one thing.
And what's that?
Well, you see, we're not actually alone. I hope that's all right.
Let them go! Oh, look, some children are here. Let's all give up.
I thought you might have something up your sleeve, but look up there. 30 archers ready to shoot on my command. What's it that rotten wood? Ah, it so makes one of your name now, doesn't it?
Hey, guys. So what's those archers, huh? Now's our comments.
This is today, Sheriff. Bishop, you're the worst of all. A supposed holy man.
Oh, I see you're translating. Okay, spare me your empty words, thou hated friar, for the Bible says, pay unto God what is God's, and unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And I am Caesar.
And the Bible also says, he forged the plans of the crafty so their hands achieve no success. So the poor have hope and injustice shuts its mouth.
Most impressive, to be sure. But you're not the only holy man who can hold a staff. As you can see, I find them much more efficient when tipped with belladonna.
That was mirthful, showing once again that you were the better man.
Sheriff!
No! He's getting away!
Not to worry.
We actually won!
My name is Jerry.
I'm not paying for that mini bus.
Jerry! Wait, really? Yeah.
Why didn't he say anything?
And with Robin newly made governor, justice returned to the land, and all was well for a time. But the forces of greed and those hungry for power are always among us, and we must evermore be vigilant.
But for now,
There once was a man who fought for good.